Hello, everyone. Welcome once more to my little podcast. I have here a very special guest. Actually, the one athlete I always wanted to interview first, the great Mindaugas Dulskas, the breaking ball. How you doing, Mindas?
I'm good. Glad to be here, man.
Let
Hi,
me tell you
everyone.
some- Oh, sorry. Carry on, my friend.
That's all right. No, it's all good. It's all good, man. Glad to be here.
It's for me. I mean, it's my honor, Dulskas, Mindas. Oh, you see, this is the nervousy. But anyway, it's my pleasure, Mindas. And actually, let me tell you something, man, and to everyone who's watching this. You are the first athlete I always wanted to interview. It's like when I started to doing arm wrestling 4 years ago here in the UK, and then since I met you, I always wanted to have an interview with you. Always. I don't know if you remember that I told you back ages ago, like I wanted to record something with you, exercises and so on. And here we are, a couple of years later, finally having that podcast, that little interview I always wanted to do. It's curious life how sometimes it is instead of starting with the small guys, let's just say. First of all, Engin Terzi, and then Michael Todd, and then me, and then you, my friend. So it's super curious when you
Yeah,
meet.
yeah. You have to start with them small guys and then come to me.
Yeah, exactly, man. So anyway, once again, thank you very much for spending some time with me, my friend. For everyone who's watching, if you don't know, guys, Mindaus Dulskas is a very experienced athlete. He is from Lithuania, multiple times British champion super heavyweight, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Right? He has been pulling against a very famous people. Sandri Sedin, Heta Morris, Devon Larratt with left hand in the armwrestling format.
Austin Jaggers,
Yeah, and several other many names that I obviously right now I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Tim Bresnan,
Tim Bresnan. Oh, that's right. That's right. Tim Bresnan. That was
the recent one.
yes, in the Valhalla 3 recently. It was in March. That's right.
Yeah.
4-1 or 4-0 you won?
4-0.
4-0 it was. Yeah, that was a very good match, man. I watched it. And the show it was amazing. And now, very soon, you're going to compete again in the Knuckles Up in the US against Fokakis, if I am not wrong.
Yeah, BJ Fokakis.
Well, my
He's
friend.
a good, nice, strong lad. Strong dude. He's got a good top roll. I need to stop his top roll, but see how it goes.
Hmm. How okay, the first easy question, my friend, just to warm up a little bit. How prepared you think you are for this match?
I prepare the same for everyone. I don't do any specific trainings for some people. I just train, as normal.
Hmm.
Every Sunday, as you know, probably, in Swindon Crusaders. And then that's it. Yeah, just working out on the table. No
Hmm.
weightlifting, just table time as much as possible.
'Cause this is a very curious, a very good question that I received many times. I mean, I'm not sure if you recall this, but all over these years, all over this time in my Instagram and so on, time by time I post pictures or videos training with you and with the rest of the guys in the Swindon Crusaders and trying to introduce you to my community. Like this is Mindas, el bueno de Mindas, the good of Mindas, as I used to call you sometimes.
Hmm.
And obviously, many of the questions that were like, why is this guy so big? First of all, that's genetics, I suppose. That's nothing, it's not your fault. And the second one, my friend, how do you, I mean, how do you train normally? I mean, it's like, do you do gym sessions? How often do you train with the legs and so on? Could you please explain us a little bit?
Well, first question's probably big. I don't know, probably got bigger here. Training as well. Uh, I was about 94 kilos when I was 18. Don't know if it's big or not, but I was lean for this weight. To be lean. I was quite shoulders. Big. My legs are big. Used to
Mm,
sprint as well, and now yeah, even bigger. And now, since the day I started arm wrestling, the arms, just keep getting bigger and bigger. It's just I can't put the jackets, that I used to wear. Put it
mm.
that way. I can't even put my hands into the sleeves anymore. And it's just this is where I've got a problem when I go to the shops. I can't find the jackets, nothing. Can't wear the shirts, with long sleeves. I always needs to buy with the short sleeves.
So I mean, obviously, I mean your general structure. I mean, it's there because you're a big guy. I mean, the height, the size of your hands, and
Oh,
the
you
stature
see,
of your body. That,
I can't even fit in the screen now.
yes, that's right. So over the time you were getting bigger, and this is a very curious comment related to this that you made to me when the last time we saw each other in the Swindon Crusaders competition on the 13th on April the 13th. You mentioned something that it was a little bit hard to, let's say, to believe. You say that when you started, I think it was 7, 8 years ago when you started
Yeah, 2016.
2016, that
Yeah.
everybody was going through you, everybody was beating the out of you, and you slowly started to get better and better and better.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like, Alan Milne and Scott Barrett. There was Jason Hill, not Jason Hill, Jay. There was Lee came down as well. I couldn't pin them all. I couldn't pin them at all. And I was like, when I started it, I was like, done the one session, I couldn't lift my arms for 2 months. That was like big pain, going through my arms. And I got back, after a couple of months, started getting in slowly. But on the first session, I couldn't do nothing with anyone. Couldn't do nothing. Just they just hold me in the middle, and that was it. Like these guys were way smaller, like 50 kilos smaller than me, 40 kilos or whatever. Alan, he was younger than then, and he was training me and to showing me the moves, everything, technical skills. And Scott was there, Mark Kinder. Yeah, there was a little group when I started it. But now when Crusaders got bigger and bigger, now we've got loads of people, 5 tables running, every session.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and now I'm pinning everyone. But when I started, I couldn't pin anyone.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the beautiful part of the story because sometimes, I mean, from a point of view of fan base, especially when we are novices and so on, most of the times we tend to think that these champions are born or made like this straight away, and we don't sometimes realize that everyone starts from a very base condition and then starting up to build
Exactly.
up.
Positioning at the table, when I look these first videos, I used to record a little bit.
Mhm.
It looks so awful, when you stand at the table, even the standing at the table is wrong. And yeah, when you grip up with someone, it's just, it's different. It's hard to explain. Your shoulders like squaring out, but you're positioning at the table like it's like awful, But now you're all tucked in, you're ready for action, you're all for defense, for offense, for anything possible, any outcome. You're ready, you're ready for any outcome now.
Mm.
But which is before, I never used to go. Used to just catch people, just ready, go, and up here, on the defense side.
Yeah, and they take them up.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. But now it's different.
did you ever dream or realize that you will reach the level and the position status, let's just say, that you have right now?
No, no chance. I wasn't even thinking to be a British champion, because when I started, it was low. How to say? I used to go to the competitions, which were they called novice,
Mm-hmm.
but there was no novice. There's always used to be some guys, from London team coming down. They're all professionals, and they competing as a novice. And as a novice, I never won a title. When I was novice for the first 4 years because there was no novices then. Then I didn't win anything. Just I think I ended up third, maybe second. Don't remember now. But suddenly, after training for about 4 years, 5, and then become a champion.
So it took
Pro champion.
pro champions. So it
Yeah,
took it took you actually 4 years of training, of competition after competition, defeat after defeat, until you started to win.
yeah. There was one competition I remember. There was Alan Greaves, Kyle Hutchins, there's loads of guys that I never beaten. The guys from London,
Yeah.
the Ciprianov as well, Cyprian Tabasco, I think. And there was Vasi as well, what his name is, I don't remember now. And they all used to beat me all the time. And the one competition I entered, I went through all of them. That was my first big win, title.
This is very curious though, because I mean some people start to win medals even from 1 year or less already in tournaments, and some people took longer time. For example, I mean, I will use more. Why not this example? I mean, obviously, I don't have any pro title or anything like that, but these little three from there hanging, it's not many medals, but I got them after 4 years of training this year. Like already this year, I already won 2 tournaments. So after 4 years of training as well and doing something, finally I'm starting to do better. So that's
Yeah,
very curious.
it's more competitors now, than it used to be in 2016. Because when I started, as I say, there was no novices. Now they're doing separate competitions for novice. It's like, and it's loads of them, 100 people, coming down just to the novice to compete, which is before, novice and pros used to be a lot, I don't know, 50, 60 people.
Amazing.
Yeah, but
And about your experience of competing, obviously I saw you that you went outside. I mean, you went back to Lithuania to compete. I think it was 2 years ago, last time maybe 1 year ago.
yeah, but it
What,
wasn't it wasn't like nationals, but there was good arm wrestlers there, and they were like, they didn't know me because I was only competing here in UK, and they were really surprised. I took out some good names over there.
I remember that interview with Coach Ray and the channel of Voices from Wrestling. It was the first time that you met the guys.
Yeah, that was it. Then he was interviewing me. He's like, everyone's like, who the fuck is he? Nobody knows.
And
But yeah, no, they all following the media, Lithuanians. They know that I'm arm wrestling as well, and they're expecting me, to get back to Lithuania as well, just to do nationals as well.
mm, that's
Uh, which is I will do. I will do next year, but maybe next year, because there's always clashes with something else.
yeah.
Always is like, I'm doing, because I think I was in Canada now. No, or not in Canada. Somewhere I was somewhere in an important super match as well, when it was nationals in Lithuania. Or was it? Oh yeah, no. There was actually this one with Tim Breston. There was nationals in Lithuania. It's like every year is like something is clashing with the nationals in Lithuania.
Do you have big goals there? I mean, I know, for example, I remember talking about the remember about when you compete in Lithuania. I don't remember the name of the tournament. Sorry for that, but I do remember that you say something that you were looking forward for Lachlan or Krasi.
Yeah.
How
What do
close?
you reckon?
How close do you think?
What do you reckon? You know how close I am.
Yeah, I mean, just curious how, I mean, obviously it's been time and you have been improving and so on. Just wondering, it's like, is it still your goals, those guys? How you think you are now to them? How close do you think you are to them?
Oh yeah, I am close. I will. I'm close. I might be stronger. You never know.
Hmm.
Just need to get on the table. But this is it.
I
It's
mean, I
just
know.
I call them out. I mentioned names, but I think the guys are being tied up a little bit. Because there's a contracts. Is some of them tied up with the contract. Some of them can't compete anywhere else, and on and on. You know the politics.
Yeah, I understand some of them. Yes, obviously. Yeah, 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 absolutely. But now you're rolling out. I mean, you already start to, let's just say, roll out, start to go in the biggest stages and wars. Now knuckles up. Who knows in a near future or medium future where are you going to end up? I mean, now on the 11th of May, yeah, knuckles up. You're fighting against Volkakis. Also, Tom Holland is going to be there having a fight.
Yeah, I'm going with him. We're flying the same flight. I'm gonna be in his corner. He's gonna be in my corner.
I
It's gonna
wish
be good.
I wish I thought to reach to him as well, so we could have maybe at the this podcast, but the three of us, that would be very cool. Though I don't know why I didn't thought about it, but anyway, sorry for that. But anyway, um, right. I don't really like to throw you like a lot of questions. I'm more like having a nice chat and so on. But taking this chance, my friend, because I am really super curious because this is the real time, or the first time really I can have some proper time with you talking nicely, like going through questions and though. And obviously I'm going to make you the mother of all the questions, right? Do you know where I'm going? To against who I'm going to ask about?
Not really.
Now, your experience, obviously, I know it's a cliche, my friend, but your experience in the arm wars with Devon Larratt. I know you pull left-handed. I mean, and your left
Yeah.
is not as good. I mean, I even saw you losing with Tom Holland. No shame about it. Your left is not the best of your arms, but rather than about seeing this from an ego perspective, like, oh, I wanted to pull Devon and I lost and so on. No, no, absolutely. I mean, respect for that. I'm going on the experience of meeting Devon Larratt and what was the outcome of that experience for you? What did you learn?
Well, to be honest, I didn't learn much from that. It's just, how do you say? I'd done the match because it's a big name, and I agreed to it. But how to say? I probably would never do that again. I want to compete. It gets into your head, a little bit as well, because you losing. It's not a problem. But when someone's just fucking trying to get in your fucking head and just mess about a little bit, I'm not up for that, And then on the table, I want more sportsmanship, on the table than how to say messing around. If you want to pin me, just pin me. If you want to play around, it's not the fucking game, It's just arm wrestle. I wanna go on the table and arm wrestle. I don't wanna talk fucking shit, all that shit. And this is like because I even knew I'm gonna lose, to be honest. And this is why I'm probably never gonna do again with the like bigger, way bigger names if I'm not ready. I want to be like ready at least 40% that I've got a chance or something. But now that was not there. It was a show. But the experience gripping up, his experience really like is a tough hand. His gripping up already. When he grips your arm, he's already on top of you. It doesn't matter how you're gonna grip it. His wrist is already like is straight, but is
Yes.
already twisted and cranked because his wrist of the bone is twisted away a little bit, and
Uh-huh.
this bone is sticking out. When he puts his hand up, his hand is like that already on top of you, but the wrist is actually straight. But if it's not straight, if you know what I mean, and it's hard to compete because he's off the ready go before even ready go. He's already got your arm, got your hand, and yeah, it's hard to compete against him because he's made for that. He's been doing it for years, and little tricks and tips. And he's the master of gripping up. It's like he will get all these little inches, on top of you. He will do, and if he can't do it, he's gonna how to say complain and complain until the referee is gonna keep re-gripping. And referee, the thing is, the referee always gonna give up. Not the arm wrestler, but the referee, you will say ready to go. It doesn't matter how long you're going to be keep re-gripping and keep getting on top. He's going to drop you down. You're still going to be on top. Drop you down on top, and the referee will still going to say ready to go. It doesn't matter where his hands are going to be. That's the thing. And I saw loads of like arm wrestlers doing that as well. Just they keep like shoulders, square shoulders, yeah. they're putting the shoulder square and they're putting the back in. They're putting the shoulder square, they're putting that back in. They're putting the shoulder back, and they keep pushing their shoulder in. And the referee gives up. And the referee will say, ready, go. He's just, this is the thing. That's what annoys me. The referees needs to be more stricter and say, foul. Even, if it takes till 2-0 until he squares his shoulders, just keep fouling it. Until they're going to keep squaring the fucking shoulders up. That's what annoys me. And like top as well, swallowing your thumb is just another thing. Keep taking that top, and that's what annoys me. Shoulders as well. It's like the pad and the shoulder always comes out at the front of the pad. It's how is that even possible to start the matches like that? You cannot do that. Yeah, this is what annoys me on the refereeing side. I'm not mentioning any names, or you probably know yourself, who does that and how they do it.
No, man, I mean, it's totally fine. Thank you for that. I mean, thank you for being so open, though. I mean, it's good to know the day I pull Devon, I know how to be aware. But
Devon, he never gets in front of the pad, but there is other people do. But Devon, he always going to be, when you watch his matches, every single match is just trying to be on top. Even when they're applying the strap and little twitches, yeah, I know what he's doing. Even watching on the videos, and if the strap is being applied on that side, he brings his hand up there. When they sliding it in, his hand is going to go there, and when they let it go, his hand is going to be on top.
Yeah.
Every single little tricks, when they're putting the strap on, if he's on that side, when they're pulling that out, he's going to rise that hand that is always going to be on top of the opponent. Even if the buckle is on this side, he's going to make that his hand is going to be going out, and when they straighten it up, it's going to be on top again. So many tricks.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy this thing so much. I enjoy learning and about these things so much because in the East vs West End, I remember watching the hand of Devon Larratt when Dennis was trying to grip him, and he was doing this away and
always
things. And that day I learned a lot just by watching Devon Larratt's hand.
Exactly, this is what I'm saying.
He's so smart. He knows everything. I mean, to be honest, I'm not saying this just because Devon Larratt is super mega famous and so on. Yeah, fine. But I really wish I could have like a proper practice with him because knows a lot. And
it's hard to say. On the table, he's a different person, as a human, off the table, he's completely different. You can have a chat, it's all good. But when he gets on the table, he's off,
He mentions that in a couple of interviews that I watched like a long time ago. He talks about the super ego. Like on the table, he presses the switch on, something that he learned more or less when he was in service. Maximum respect for that. I mean, that's one of the reasons I also respect and I admire Devon Larratt for his military experience in life. So when he talks about the super ego and so on, but anyway, sorry. Let's move a little bit. Because this is amazing. I mean, all these things. So last question. So you didn't had proper time to do like side table, like a practice afterwards, right? You didn't do anything like, hey, can you please show me this or explain me this? Or it was just the match and that's it?
Yeah, because there was loads of matches. We finished, I think, that was about midnight. Or maybe later than that, all these, because there was like little battleground.
Yeah.
And then after that, I had to do right arm, but I wasn't even up to it for that right arm, it's like, I was drained to bits, because when he just holds you and he bleeds you out. He bleed me out completely.
Yeah.
He's like,
wow.
It's good and bad experience. And it was a long, long day. And I think the next day we had like pullings with him on the right arm just a little bit, He was going through everyone as well.
Mm.
But yeah, it's strong. It's very strong.
No, I mean
But
absolutely.
it was no training or nothing like it.
Okay, let's move aside Devon Larratt and so on. Let's focus on more ground things. I want to know, honestly. I mean, I know that you are a very feet on the ground person, but I would like to know what are your more or less, let's say, dreams or targets in this sport. What would you like to achieve?
I don't have a long time shot plans, you know. It's just I'm just taking what's on the table at the moment. They offer me knuckles up, I'll go knuckles up. Going to be another, you know, arm guards competition against someone else. I'll go against someone else. And am I going to go to Europe somewhere, compete there? But the thing is, I want to compete everywhere. But it's like if you go IFA, you're getting banned from WAF. It's all these crap. Then maybe, you know, I'm going to be going to America, you know, somewhere again. It depends to see, you know, if there's going to be some invites. And why not?
Yeah,
There's loads of guys over there to compete against,
I mean,
and there's only one way to compete more in East Europe is to attend to East versus West, you know, or you know the qualifiers or something like that, or the worlds, you know, for
yeah.
WAF worlds. But if you compete there, then you literally abandoned, you know, from all the rest of the world.
Yeah, I mean, what I can recall very quickly from the interview I had with Engin Terzi from then to now, obviously, as far as I know, it's still under the WAF, and obviously you need to be in good terms with the WAF so you can compete in the East West and qualifiers and so on. Politics sucks. Politics
Yeah,
sucks, and yeah, we should be all united and every single puller. Completely aside from the contracts topics, because I understand that when you are in the biggest stage with money involved and so on, contract, but I'm talking about just the politics. It's really a pain in the bottom for the athletes. Because, for example, in my case, I would like to pull everywhere as well. I mean, obviously, I have to choose, and I would choose. I will go with WAF. It's bigger and so on, and it was west and so on. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Sorry for that.
yeah, but no, the thing is, you know, we've got loads of competitions going on in the UK now. If you want to compete, it's literally competitions almost
Oh
every
no,
month.
of course. I mean, this
Yeah,
year.
this year is so busy, you know, it's everywhere. It's going to be loads, and we're going abroad as well.
Mm.
And with arm gods, you know, we're going to do loads of competitions as well here in UK and abroad. They've got long time plans as well. You know, they're getting involved with Australians, with Americans, and fucking loads.
Mm.
There'll be more people going to get involved as well.
Opa. Seems that okay. Bear with me. I'm just going to close that. It was just a little advert that came up, like opa, propaganda. But anyway, yeah, about the competitions this year, yeah, there's many, like 15, 16 competitions, more this year. And obviously one of my go okay, hold on. I'm gonna close this propaganda. It's coming popping up, my friend. Sorry for that. Anyway, I'm not going to be delusional, but why not? I'm gonna tell you. It's not a secret, it's nothing too big. But my target for this year and beginning of next year, as latest, obviously, because next year I will do 5 years, is winning the pro. I mean, getting the right to be called a pro in battle, not just because I've been for 5 years pulling. Now, I would really love to win the nationals this year in 75, 78 kilograms class. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I'm gonna go prepare.
Like
Aiming for the
you,
nationals.
you have to like keep training and keep pushing it. You know, my son is training as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's a light guy, he's was 68 kilos, but he's going to be pushing. One day he will be a champ.
He will. I mean, he
Yeah,
will.
that's what I
He
mean.
has.
He's got long arms, good training. You know, he's got the best training opportunities here because in Sweden, the Crusaders, he gets every single help he needs.
Mhm.
And yeah, why not? And you got every single opportunity as well. You know, just push yourself hard, and that's it. Keep training it.
You know, I mean,
Look at me, champ is here.
yeah, absolutely. But and I tell you this now we're talking about Mirtautas. What's in no, sorry, what was it? I don't remember his name. Sorry, Mirtaut.
Mindaugas,
That's
Mindaugas.
sorry, my apologies. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you that he has improved a lot. He has improved a lot. I couldn't feel him the first times. Now he's now I have to apply like a strength to stop him. I mean, he. I'm going to do like a little bit of Nostradamus right now here until the future, you know. But like, if the young man puts a smart training on him like he's doing now, puts him some healthy weight.
Yeah,
How old is he now? 17?
18.
18. When he's 25, if he keeps going like this, oof.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if you put another 10 kilos or 20 kilos on, lean muscle, and all that muscle goes around his, upper body, then it's a
Hmm.
different game.
Yeah,
Yeah, like how many champions come from Crusaders, from Swindon? How many champions?
I think already seven.
Loads.
Seven? But I know.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Loads of them. There's loads. Like me, Harry Lell, there's loads, and they keep coming up, keep coming up. Yeah, Scott Barrett, everyone's is like they're all good. David Bradford was there, Lee Webber is with us now.
It's called hard work, especially with smart work. Obviously, hard work itself, it does the thing, yes, but if it is not with some knowledge behind it, how to train and so on, you have both. You have very smart people. Like Alan is a monster, Scott is a monster, and you guys as well. You have already a lot of experience. You have learned a lot of all these years, especially when you travel around. You learn the things. You come back, you teach, and you keep moving forward. So that is amazing, and that's what arm wrestling is about, my friend.
Yeah,
Literally.
it's like picking up the experience, from the table training, and then like sometimes one training session you think, oh, this is a better way, and then you're getting after a few months, you think, no, I was wrong, I think this way is a little bit better, and then keep improving your arm on the table,
Absolutely.
technical skills. You just, yeah, this means a lot. And you
It,
see, like 8 years later, I'm still learning,
yeah.
still learning, still learning. On the table, you think, 8 years, there's nothing to learn. Still loads to learn.
Mm. I'm the same. I mean, I've been obviously only 4 years in this sport, and I have very good opportunities from learning from very good and smart people, very good masters. Obviously my masters and so on from the guy from here from London and so on, Spanish, most of them. I do have like a couple of round England masters that I consider. Um, it's just very curious, very, very curious how life and how the sport is guiding you sometimes. Because I mean, if you tell me like 2 years ago, 1 year ago, that I will end up to doing some podcast and being in the East versus West 10, and end up translating and in the corner of Rosa, and then having another podcast with Engin and meeting all these people and so on, and start to get better and so on, I wouldn't believe it. I mean, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
exactly.
believe it, and it's something powerful, I would say, how this sport you give something, and you think for some time that you don't receive nothing, and then everything starts to smiles you back. So yeah.
Yeah,
Here we are.
good. No, arm wrestling is getting bigger and bigger, which is very good.
Yes, my
Very
friend.
good. I
Yeah.
wish, I wish I could be a bit younger, when all this arm wrestling going on now.
It happens to all of us, though. I started late with 27. I think I started 27, 28.
Well, that's what I mean. I started when I was 36, mate.
Yeah. But you say on the video, I remember this, I still have like 20 years. So it's like it's never too late, isn't it? Like Tom Hutchins. He started quite late as well, though. And look at him now.
Yeah, yeah. Tim Breslin started 38.
Another one.
Yeah, and he was one of the top 8 guys in the world.
Hmm. So now, Mindas, let's get a little bit more serious and pointy. After your match with Fokakis, do you have any goal, any other competition, any other strong opponent you would like to face and defeat?
Oh man, there will be names coming up, I think, anyway, through the year. It's probably not going to be from Russia, from East Europe, or it's going to be from this side, somewhere maybe, I don't know, Australia again, maybe America, or maybe somewhere else, maybe some from Europe as well. Can I get involved? But I don't have names in my head. I did call, before, like, there was a good match, I always wanted it as well. It was at the back of my head with Tim Bresnan, because
Yeah.
he's a legend of the sport. But there is some guys now, like Derek Smith as well. There are loads of guys in America, it's arm wrestling.
Hmm.
Why not? I could have tried, Michael Todd as well. It would be good experience with him because he's
Mhm.
back on the table now.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
saw him last one to win. There was like he didn't look in the first match he's gonna win, but he managed it. He managed it. He done well.
Maybe I can organize a super match for both of you, you know?
Yeah, he's the match organizer now. If
Well,
he's not in a contract, if he's not in contract with the thing as well, don't know.
well, I already organized a super match for Aggie. Who knows where I'm going to end up? But anyway, now, right. So let's continue where we left over. Right. So we were talking about my superpower and the time I defeat you. Or maybe that was a dream. Yeah, maybe that.
It was a dream. It was your dream.
Yeah. Now, seriously, perhaps we could go forward and go through some kind of, asking you what do you think about the match of now King of the Table 10. No, not King of the Table 10, sorry, 11, 12 or something. I don't remember right now. My mind is all tangled up, the matches, Pauline, Dennis, and so on. But rather than that, I would just try to focus and really just looking forward from more questions like, not sure if I asked you before though, but who is the guy you would like to pull or you're dreaming to pull with?
Dreaming. There's levels, still, but I don't know. There is a line of guys, probably, like I said, Derek, maybe Smith, maybe Shane Shaw, maybe, Lachlan as well. He's
Mhm.
just getting these names out of my way. I mean, I need to get these names out of my way. Put it in the back pocket.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm curious how, just to tangle up with this.
Because I'm just trying to be realistic,
Yeah.
because I don't want to get the matches, against 11 or someone else like in that level, because I know I'm not going to win. It's
Mm.
just I'm trying to be realistic. It's still not there. I'm still not there. I need another few years of training to get closer, a bit closer to them. But I'm
It's,
not too far. I'm not too far.
but no, but it's good. It's good to know that you will love a super match with Monster Michael Todd. You would love to try that, and you are chasing Lachlan. It's good to know you have those goals. I do have my goals as well, and one guy in particular I want to defeat. I'm not going to tell because it's a secret. And if I say it, it's not. It's gonna. I will ruin it for sure. But there is one particular guy from the UK, from otherwise, one particular guy I would really like to defeat, but it's not for ego. It's mainly for love. Let's just say like that. Very good guy. I think he's watching this and he knows who it is. But it's like really very good guy, always very nice to me, and very strong opponent. Is smart, very smart, and I really want to pull and as a
Well, so
huh?
75 kilo. Well,
It's not who you think it is, my friend. It's not that guy. Unfortunately, not anymore. Not that guy. Someone else. Huh?
okay. Then may I ask, where do you live now?
I live here in Bristol, my friend. I live.
Are you still in Bristol? Are you
I
still
still
in Bristol?
I still live in Bristol. Yes, I am still in Bristol. my idea is because here in Bristol, right? We train all like Alexander sometimes. Here in my place, every Wednesday normally we do table session here with a couple of guys. Then we have Damians, then we have Stephans. So it's like we travel, and then also now on Sundays, not always, you know this. I like to go to train with you guys in Swindon. And for example, now as well, recently I started to go, and I think I will go more often with James, a new guy, to Wales to train with Greg Foster. The last time this gentleman is heavy guy, super heavyweight as well. Is Wolverine, Wolverine.
Yeah,
Well,
Wolverine.
Wolverine. You know,
Dean Bold. Dean
Dean Bolt.
Bold.
That's it. That's it. Dean Bolt. Yeah, I was training with him and Greg Foster and Achilles, another super strong guy.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I
so,
can't. Dean Bold is stronger than me on the left.
hmm,
Well, I'm not talking about right. I mean on the left.
yeah.
He cannot touch my right.
I remember gripping him right before the East vs West 12, like you. Like this, my hand.
That's it.
It's not.
You
It's
felt mo. You felt quite a few guys on East versus West. How
yeah.
did they feel?
Right, I'm gonna tell you this, okay? I had a very nice chance of because I'm Coach Ray. I'm not going to say that I'm a friend of Coach Ray because I don't know him that close, but we already saw each other a couple of times, especially obviously we keep some I keep some I did some collaborations with him through the
Yeah,
social media, reels and so on, and keeping in touch with him. And the fact that he's been seeing me over and over and he sees what he was doing and so on, he allowed me to be, let's just say, to join them for a workout with Pauline himself, Auden Larratt, and one of his crew members of his team. I don't remember the name
yeah.
of the gentleman, unfortunately.
I saw the video you put it on.
Yeah, I had the training with them, the workout in the gym. It was nice and easy. Auden Larratt, my friend, is a very nice guy. Very nice guy. And I
It's
had
like his dad off the table, but he's the copy of his dad. When he goes on the table, he changes.
and yes, I had the chance of having a little feeling with him. But well, that's not a feeling because air pulling is absolutely irrelevant. Air pulling is not table session, right? But I did have the chance of gripping his hand and just do a little bit of, here, see how his
Yeah,
hand was moving, how he was feeling. Mm. Yeah, that was
he's
nice.
got a long. He's got a long arm as well.
Oh yeah,
He's like
I,
his
I know.
dad.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and yeah.
I
Um,
need, I need, I need, I need to beat him before he gets stronger, And I'll say, I beat him before. It's all right.
that's exactly what I told him right in his face. Like, you are only 19. Wait till you are 25. But I was smiling. I was smiling myself because A, is a very nice guy. I don't B, you don't know him. You don't want to disrespect him. I mean, in terms of like everybody was going there trying to beat the shit out of him. Most of the guys when they're doing our polling, like, oh yeah, I want to defeat Auden Larratt and so on. But oh yeah, I mean, many people came to me because I did have a table session, but not with guy with those guys. I had a proper table session with Anna Singrid and Tiberius, her coach. And obviously, many people ask me like, how did I feel with Auden and how did I feel? Dan, do you think you can pull him? Do you think you can defeat him? All of those questions and so on. Some of them were. It's good to ask. Like, Dan? Do you think you can pull him? I mean, yeah, I will definitely have a go on him. Why not? Of course. I mean, blood on the dance floor. Why not? I will try. Why not? But then other comments such as from ego, irrespectfully towards him and the situation. I mean, myself being there and knowing these guys, and especially with Anna Singrid. It's not many because I don't have thousands and thousands of followers, but it's curious because I did only post like few bits for the reel, and that I did that with and a few guys asked me. People is pretty much an asshole nowadays. They think sometimes that they can say many bullshit on the internet and just not getting punched in the face. And just because someone is pulling a lady, right? They do certain comments that obviously I don't like at all, such as, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if people ask me, hey, Dan, how do you feel Anna and so on, she's a far more better ambassador than myself. Obviously, she knows a lot. She has a very good coach and she's there, right? So forget about the ego. It was just a practice and whatsoever. But some people, well, not many, some people asking, like, she's a woman. She's comments like that, comments on that way that is like,
But the thing is, the women, they can beat the shit out of
yes,
the guys in the same fucking weight bracket.
yes, yes. And that's one of the reasons I didn't post like maybe the whole videos of everything. That I didn't post, for example, the training of the when I was doing the workout with Auden Larratt because of the stupid comments, asking who has the bigger dick. I mean, who lifts the more weight, and the same with the table practice. Some guys, both in Spanish language and in English language. So like the kind of comments were coming in both ways. It's like, dude, I am having a workout with the guys, right? It's not a bloody competition. You don't know the guy. I am not going to try to show off or I am stronger than you. Bullshit. You are just there having a workout with the guys, working on your body, meeting new friends, period. The same if I am doing a table practice, not a competition, guys. A table
Yeah.
practice and a competition is different. And if you are in a practice, it doesn't matter who you have or who you are practicing with because you are practicing.
It doesn't matter who wins.
Period. Exactly. No,
Exactly.
but even so, like, yeah, I mean, Anna is better than me. She's a very, very good arm wrestler. So what? But the guy's just wondering about that and making disrespectful comments towards her and so on.
Well, but there is the people, taking very serious, the training, like videos, they fucking get upset. And then the people, when they see, oh, look, he's only lifting like, he's only lifting 40 kilos on his arm, on his bicep. But what's the different? Come on the table and beat me. If you can lift like 20 kilos more than me, with one arm, why you are shit then? Why you
Mm,
can't beat me? You're lifting more than me. Why you can't beat me then?
yeah. This is the two comments very quickly. Fran Lamparelli, super frank. Ti voglio bene, super frank. Fran Lamparelli, he said to me in an interview in a previous podcast I had with him, like he's not really able to like do crazy ways and so on, like compares, but face him on the table. And this is one of the things, for example, the beauty of this sport, right? Something that really gives me a hard on, excuse my language, is when these cocky guys came to you, powerlifters, bodybuilders, people outside, even I mean, as well as people from our world, but especially from outside the world, like they look at you just because you are a skinny guy or something like that, or you don't do 250 kilograms of deadlift, or you don't do 200 of bench press, or you don't do bicep curls and so on with 60 kilos. Like, okay, man, go on the table. Then you go on the table with them. It happens to me with bodybuilders several times. Um, and I'm going to say this very quickly because there's a video that I am doing like a pulling with a bodybuilder here in the UK. Not that guy. Not that guy that was in the Grip Festival. That guy was very nice. He never was disrespected to me. Never. He was very, very kind and I did a reel for blah, blah, blah. But anyway, some bodybuilders, once in the Arnold, and others in Spain. No, it was here in the UK, not in Spain, sorry. And with random people here, and once in Spain, big boys, powerlifter, calisthenics, bodybuilder, and so on. They come to you, they look at you over the shoulder, they disrespect you pretty much, and then you grab them on the table there, yeah, put your arm, and then like a deer when you are driving your car in the middle of the night and you see a deer and you like them to up, and they're like, exactly. You beat them slowly with love, and you see their eyes. What's going
Yeah.
on? They don't
Yeah,
understand.
well, it's an example as well. Larry Wheels, he's lifting massive weights, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't touch my right arm.
There's a problem with Mr. Wheels, though. There's
He's very strong, mate. Don't get me
yeah.
wrong. He's very strong, and his left is really strong. And I think he did pin me on my left, but my left is not the best one. But when I go on the right as well, if I let him go, on his side of the table. He's very strong. I have to take him off the middle, to pin him. But it's a
Yeah.
different story. If you let the guys do whatever they want on your arm, it's a different game. But when you take it off the center, then it's a completely different game again. But yeah, he's lifting the weights probably twice bigger weights than I do, on the biceps or whatever. But it's a different, sport.
I mean, absolutely. And about Larry Wheels, very quickly, I do have two questions. First of all, is he going to continue pulling, doing arm wrestling, or is he going to give up? Number one. And the second question is, because I don't really follow him right now. I mean, I don't know if he's still training or what he's doing. And the
Oh
second
yeah,
question,
he's still doing. He's still training. He's still arm wrestling. He's in America now. Doing competitions as well.
and the second question is, because if I'm not wrong, the king of the table, his logo, PR, personal record, I think it was everywhere. So I would suppose that he is involved in parts of the sponsorships and so on for the king of the table. And I do remember that once he uploaded a horrible video of when he was pulling a guy in the gym and there was bone snap. I was wondering, why did you upload that, man? Why? It was completely unnecessary for everyone, dude.
Because he's not the experienced guy himself. He didn't give any good advices to the pullers. Which way to pull. Because when you see the gym guy, full muscles comes down, his tendons is not the same as his muscle.
Yeah,
Because when we do arm wrestling, our tendons just gets bigger and bigger. With the muscle, they equalizes the strength, and the guys, they work in their muscles. Their tendons they still thin,
yeah,
and when they get into the wrong angles, and they applying the tendon strength, and they still think, oh, it's the same strength and his muscle, but it's not, and they just go ding instantly, just
yeah. But I mean, that video, I can still hear the crack right now in my head. The point is like, why did you? Especially like this is conspiracy, well, a conspiracy, but like, right, you are very, very much involved with the world of arm wrestling, right? I think obviously because your logotype is there in King of the Table, you are putting money on the business and so on, you're sponsoring. Then why did you upload a video on YouTube breaking a poor novice arm? That's the main question. Like, why did you do it? Where is the
I
benefit of
think
that?
he did ask the guy probably if he can upload it anyway. And another thing is, this is his income. This is what he does. He's a YouTuber, and he earns. This is his main incomes. This is where he earns the money. And with his brand, with his videos, he's getting shitloads of money for that. And that's why he has to upload these videos. If there is a click, that he catches the eye and all the people watching it, he's earning the money. It's
Yeah,
all about the money,
yeah, but this is what I don't, for example, I mean, you are not Larry. Or I would like to ask him to, for example, have ever the chance, the podcast, asking him nicely with respect, because this is what I don't understand, right? Like, of course, yeah, you have to make money, business, right? But then you are trying to sponsor and wrestling, promote the sport. It's not a bit of contradiction, because uploading a video like that is not gonna make any favor to the sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I know. It is what it is.
yeah, yeah, man. But
Oh
anyway,
well, I would
let me
I would have a super match with him as well.
when
I would.
you will. Okay, maybe I can organize that as well, dude. Let me do a couple of calls. Maybe we can make it real. Absolutely.
He probably wouldn't agree anyway.
You never know, though. I mean, you never know. I mean, he has a very. The last time he pulled, he called himself that he's the Yamcha of the arm wrestling because he always loses. And obviously, Mr. Wills, if you're watching this, keep going forward, buddy. I mean, you are amazing, dude. So we need people like you, all right?
Well, what can I say? Don't jump too high. Just stay in your level. That's the thing. You
mm,
need to feel where you're at, and if you know that you're ready to progress a bit higher, then jump up. But If you're trying to just pick these big guys, big names, you're never gonna win.
Absolutely, absolutely. But anyway, just to wrap up a little bit. I mean, I feel I could talk to you for hours, mate. For hours. I
Yeah,
know.
that's it, man.
Uh, how did how does this is a very ground base. ¿Qué estoy diciendo? La madre que me parió. My English has just gone kaput. Let me just reboot. Right. Um, how does a promotion like Knuckles Up, from a street view perspective, how a guy like you is being called to these events and how the approach is, how the thing works really? I mean, I'm not talking about the money. It's like how the
No, it's so because we're lucky we've got medias now, and the guys they see me competing against other guys like an arm gods, arm wars, and they're like arm gods as well. They Paul Maiden, and Marcus, they choosing the names, they picking the guys, and they get back to me, would you want to arm wrestle him? Be going against him? Yeah, that's fine. And then Knuckles Up, gets to me, and then they texted me, were you available on that day? Would you want to face this guy, etc., etc. The first time Knuckles Up texted me, I had to refuse it because I was away on holiday, with the family back in Lithuania, and I was the day they offered me the match was I was supposed to be traveling, with a family back. I had loads of money like for the ferry from Germany to from Lithuania to Germany.
yeah.
It's like long travel, and they offered me on that day to go against Dave Chase, but I couldn't do it. That's why the Camille needs to thank me because
Oh, that's
I
right.
couldn't do it. He
Camille,
done it. He went instead of me.
that's right. And Camille is pulling now again in this event. It's the three big guys
Yeah,
now. Tom Holland, you and Camille. Amazing. That's right. That's right.
yeah, because there was the original match, I think, against Jordan. They're supposed to be going against Dave Chafee. And that was like cancelled, and they offered me, but I couldn't do it. I would love to do it. I said, I want to do it, but physically it's impossible. I can't do it.
Mhm.
And that's why Camille got involved into it. Lucky enough, he won.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
but that was it. And I said to them, just keep in touch, and if you get something else, I said, yeah, why not? Just drop me a text and I'll see the dates. That's it. That's what it was now. They invited me to go again. And this time, I don't want to miss the opportunity as well, because I want to compete. I want to go and compete. Arm wrestle.
of course, man. Of course. Now, two last very questions. Remember, obviously, did you watch? Of course. Um, East versus West 12.
Yeah.
Remember this moment and so on.
Yeah.
Good. The question is, because the internet is not only picking up on him, obviously, the most guy is Henry with the reaction guy. But they're also doing some. I am famous as well on Reddit. There's a thread about me like, who the fuck is this guy as well? I need to ask you, Mindas, do you think I am a paid actor?
Paid actor. What the
Paid
fuck?
actor. Like Engin pay me to be there and do the things as well, like with Henry. It's people is amazing. People is
I
amazing.
don't. I'm not getting involved into these comments or whatever. I don't really read them. I watch the arm wrestling videos. All I do.
Hmm.
I don't really getting involved into these comments, man.
Very enough, man. But yeah, I'm gonna answer that. I'm going to answer that question as well. No, guys, I'm not a paid actor. I am like this naturally. I am this crazy, unfortunately. But anyway, just to wrap up, obviously, I will let you know. I'm going to do obviously some edition about this before posting it, and I will take some reels. Is there any before we finish, my friend? Let's say any statement that you would like to do to Mr. Fokakis, for example, or calling out, that you say, Lachlan or Michael Todd or anything, your minute of glory that you would like to highlight, and I will post it like the last thing.
Well, what can I say? Fokakis, we had an interview already with Fokakis, and he's a nice guy. Got nothing to say to him. Well, I'm going to meet him on the table next week, And for the guys, who wants to arm wrestle me, then yeah, get in a line, and I'm going to be picking you one by one.
Excellent, man.
I'm on the rise now,
You're the right. Well, then I will have.
I'm a like a bulldozer, Started it going slowly, and when I'm going, nobody can stop me. I'm just rolling now.
Amazing. When are you back from the States?
Oh, it's only like going down Thursday, coming back on Sunday. Well, going to be on Sunday because the time jet lag is going to be Monday morning.
Nice. So I will probably suppose that you will be training the following week, the 20-something.
Yeah. It depends how well my arm's going to feel, but probably will be.
Right.
I'm still going to come down to the gym anyway. I usually do, after the super matches I'm having. If my arms are blowing, I'll come down, do the training with the left arm, if I can't do the right.
Good. Because if I am not going to the north for training, I will definitely pay you a visit and test your strength, my friend, again on the table. Massive battle.
Look at these boys. This, what size is that? That's almost 20-inch, man.
20 inches. A bit far away I am, yeah. I am a bit far away from you, yes. 20 inches.
Yeah, we can compare. I bet you can't, with your two hands, you can't reach your fingers around my forearm.
I don't think I can, but we can do it next time.
We can try.
I will take a picture and we'll post it.
Take a picture and post it.
Deal with it. I will do that when I see you by the end of this month or beginning, but definitely I will go to train with you guys again. So
yeah, stay tuned. Training, guys. Keep training. Keep pushing hard.
Exactly. And don't worry, Fokakis, if you're watching this, don't worry, man. Oh well, I don't have time to drag him out from you, but anyway. I really wish you a very good match, Mindas. Thank you very much for expending some of your time with me. I can't believe that this podcast, when you were the first guy I ever wanted to interview when I started like 3 years ago to do stuff, here we are, my friend. Here we are. So everything comes up together.
I'm going to the swimming pool now, going to the sauna, going to jacuzzi. I'm chilling, man.
You know what? You know what? I'm going to do a lift for you just because. Yeah, a lift for you,
Go on, do a lift.
Yeah. Right. I think, oh yeah, perfect.
You need to put some weight on if you want to lift.
Opana!
Opana! That's quick, Vina.
Yeah, of course. The great Gennady. Of course, my friend.
Gennady.
Anyway, thank you so much. I'll bring you tortilla like the last time next time, brother. Take care, and thank you so much for being here, brother. Thank you.
See you later.
Take care. Bye-bye.